Hello there, my internet friends. Excuse me while I scream into the void here. Almost seems kind of pointless, but why not join the other 10 million assholes that give their opinion with their cell phone online? So here goes nothing. Uh, Wanted to give my opinion and thoughts on the current Russia-Ukraine conflict. First of all, I want to say it's not really current, as it's been going on since 2014. There's been violent conflicts going back and forth between separatist groups and militia, if you will. It's not really the army and the actual military that's been fighting. It's more or less militia groups. According to some people, there's 15,000 or so already dead over this last 8 years. 85% of that has been on the pro-Russia side, mostly in the Donbass region, which is far east of Ukraine. This is there's a lot of information that's coming out right now, and it's really hard to know what is true and what isn't because, like I said, it's been going on for 8 years, and a lot of videos are surfacing right now, and it's hard to know when exactly those videos were taken. It could have been recently, it could have been any time between now and the 8 years, and it would be really hard for me as an English speaker to know, because I can't tell what anybody's saying, to know what's actually going on. There has been a lot of misinformation. Uh, what was the fighter pilot called? The Ace of Kiev or something? Ghost of Kiev? And it turned out it was fake. And just numerous other stories that turned out to be fake. But whichever way you think about it, if you really care about Ukraine and the Ukrainian people, you might want to do a little bit of research on the last Ukrainian genocide, which was called the Holodomor. Holodomor. Happened in the 30s, 1930s, so almost 100 years ago. It was carried out by the Russian Bolsheviks, the NKVD or the Cheka. You might want to look up a man named Genrikh Yagoda. That's Yagoda. Yagoda. Perhaps one of the greatest mass murderers of the 20th century. And when you start to do a little research, I'm sure you'll figure out why you've never heard of him before. But apart from that, just want to say hope and pray for all those innocent people over there in the Ukraine and that are getting caught in the middle of this political war of ideology, because that's what it is. And if you're a celebrity, I'm sure your concerns are whether you can go on vacation or not. If you're an American right now, I'm sure your concerns are about the gas prices and that kind of thing. And I'd like to remind all the Americans out there that our number one export is refined crude oil, and the second number one export is unrefined crude oil. So we're not short on oil. We never have been. We weren't during the Iraq War or at any time. If you have if your number one export is something, you're not lacking in it. That's for sure. So, I don't want to get too much into that, but it's one of those things. I kind of wonder why now do we care so much about Ukraine when we haven't in the last 8 years, and my only guess is that they've totally lost the narrative on the whole COVID thing. It's falling apart. Stock prices are dropping. People are starting to learn more and more every day about what's going on with that, and when the bad news, like 9 pages worth of adverse side effects, come out, they need something to distract the people away from that news. And I think that might be more or less what this is. Will it, become a worldwide conflict? I don't know. But if it does, it's about genocide and nothing else. It isn't about people or anything. That's all for today. See ya.